This morning we're going to start with our fall decorations, and this is what I have. I have an old wagon that was thrown out, a couple of flags I got for sale. Of course, I've got Miss Autumn. I've got a tablecloth and a whole bunch of flowers and things I got from Dollar Tree or thrift stores or people have thrown out. Reuse, reuse, reuse. So let's build this thing. So this wagon was thrown out and I have used it for the last couple of years. So we're going to set up our fall decorations. That is a dollar store little scarecrow. I did get a bale of hay a while back. If you use a couple of boxes, you can actually wrap them in either a tablecloth or in some sort of weather resistant items. So that is one thing we're using. I had these solar lights. So where this is going, these solar lights will get full sun and we can use those to light it up at night. It's best to go ahead and set out what you're planning on using. You see Miss Autumn, she's going to be part of it. These are some pumpkins. Some are Dollar Tree pumpkins. Some have been given to me. Some have been gotten from salvage. I've got all my picks in one box. I got different types of vines based on what I want to do. Got a little bit of glitter. With pumpkins, especially the styrofoam ones so they don't blow away, I usually use like the kebab sticks that you can get at Dollar Tree. I've got my sign for all y'all. I do have a orange tablecloth that I could possibly use for filler. I've also got a sign for Be Thankful. And if you want, and you can plug it in, you can use the holiday corn light. First thing I'm going to do with my build is I am going to raise it up. Because for me, this is too low. When I put my pumpkins in, I want them up higher. So I've got my wagon. I went ahead and I put in a couple of upside down planter boxes. I want to raise the stage so I can put my bale of hay on here. I am going to tuck this under because when the water runs off when it rains, I don't want it to pool inside of my decoration. So now I have my base. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my bale of hay. Now if you don't have a bale of hay, that's fine. If you don't have a bale of hay, that's fine. You can just get another box, cover it up, put your items on there. Again, it's your own taste, but this is how I'm doing mine. I'm going to put our newly redecorated Autumn into our scene. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to go watch it. She was a store-bought, which had fell apart, and this is what I had her made for, is so she can be here for our pumpkin patch. So I got amber put into the bale of hay. I'm going to start putting some garland at the bottom. I'm going to use a little bit of tape. Now this garland is not real expensive because it's going to be in the weather. This here was bought after sales last fall. It was probably 50% off. But you can use a few garlands of this or anything that you can find that you really like. Now this is garland, so you want it to kind of flop over, tape it in place. If you need to reinforce it, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to bring this up. I have it like a true garland type going on. I'm actually going to tape it right to that plastic there. That way my flowers are showing out. Just fix it as you go. And there's these little round things at the end you can tape. Until you're happy with it. Okay, I'll get back to you when I get ready to put the lights on. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some lights in the lower parts before I start placing the pumpkins. I've got 4 strands of solar lights. If you want to use regular lights, you can, but I want to put some in the lower before I put the pumpkins in. That way I have low lights, and then also later I'll put some more in at the end to really just make it sparkle. I'm going to put the solar piece closer to the handle so I can zip tie it to the handle because it's dark and work my way out. I'm going to get across. Kind of tuck those in. This is for, like I said, underneath the pumpkins to help lighten it up, but also to bring some lights here toward the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and take this one here, just so I have it doesn't blow off. Very important, especially with these fall storms. You definitely want to be taping and holding things down. So I'm going to bring this under her legs. That way I can light up back up in here. And every once in a while, you'll pop off something, but they just pop right back on with a little holder. Now I'm going to start putting on the pumpkins. So I'm going to put the larger to the sides. Now, last year I had these little Dollar Tree pumpkins I painted. They got a little hole in the bottom. So what I did is I took my picks and put in there to kind of help hold them into place, especially with the wind. So I'm going to take that and poke it like it's underneath her arm. The same thing with another one I painted last year. Yeah, it was just acrylic paint. It's already got a hole in the bottom now since I didn't use these last year. And again, at a point, push that in just like that. Okay, so now she's got pumpkins under there. I got some other pumpkins. This one here I repainted. And I'm going to put them down here to the side. I might put those more to the back. So if your pumpkins don't fit, you can always, like this one was a broken one, you can always cut them in half and fit them in, where it looks like she's got a full wagon. I like that. Makes it look it's 2-for-1 pumpkins. I'm going to put this pumpkin back here on the side. I'll bring you back once I got it figured out the way I want it. So I have been putting these down with the little kebab sticks. But if you needed to go sideways on harm, you can either put them in the bottom, or if you wanted to go sideways, you can just stick it right through there. If you want to hot glue it because you're afraid it's going to come off, you can. But what I do is I just take it, stick it right in to where I want it to be. So now I'm going to add, I've gotten these little pumpkins. I'm going to filter them in there and add some more garland and then add lights. So I got all the pumpkins in place. I'm going to put some more lights on her, and then I'll be putting the Happy Fall Y'all out in front of the wagon when I get it out there. And so I'm going to string more lights amongst the vines so it lights up, and then put my flags up, and we will be done with Mrs. Autumn's pumpkin wagon.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you